Not sure how well this is going to look on camera. I've got to dig out this fire pit, and it used to be about 4 feet deep. Oh yeah, we can do better. So I find the fire pits very important to maintaining this property. There isn't very often that there's a burn ban where I live in southern Kentucky. Maybe once or twice a year for about a week. So I've got storm damage and trees I've got to clean up, and this is how I do it. I don't have stump grinders and wood chippers of the sort. So let's clear this out. That's a little bit wet. This probably wasn't the best day for this, but it was the only day I had. Well, that is heavy. Get this from another angle. It isn't quite how I want it yet. Look how cool that looks. Oh yeah. That's how you dig a hole. All right, it looks deeper in person than it does on the camera. So I've got quite a few out with the front loader. Then we'll try to dig it out a little bit and build up the sides with the backhoe. Oh yeah. Look out the side-to-side pin. Now we're good. I probably could have done a whole lot more with the bucket. But it was kind of getting a little sketchy. I think right now this is a little bit safer. Really, I just like having a backhoe. I don't think I would ever own a tractor without a backhoe. Just like most people wouldn't ever own a tractor without a front loader. I see this as equally useful, and I wouldn't want to be without it. Normally, I would have the throttle up going a little faster, but then I didn't think you'd be able to hear me talk. So I'm trying out a new wireless microphone. Recommended to me by Max from the Landfather YouTube channel. I don't know if you've ever seen him, but it's one of my favorites. So it might be worth checking out if you're into homesteading, tractor work, skid steer work, property maintenance. Got a little bit of everything. So this is a Hollyland microphone, and I can't think of the exact model number. I'll put it in the description below. You can find it there. Right now I've got the throttle set to about 1800 RPM. And this is about how fast the backhoe would go at full throttle if you didn't have a Hydros Plus kit. So besides keeping the noise down, it probably saves a little bit on some fuel too. But it actually pays for itself if you keep the machine long enough. Oh, it's a little bit muddy. This probably should have been a project for another day. Oh, probably can't tell, but I switched it back to the backhoe pattern instead of the excavator pattern. I tried, and I really couldn't make any sense out of that. I suppose if I'd have stuck with it, eventually I'd got it. But I could do these controls in my sleep. It just seems to make more sense to me. Instead of having mixed functions the way they were in this pattern, left, right, up, and down, everything that's close to you is left-hand control. Everything out there, the bucket, the dipper, it's all right-hand control. So it's just easier for me to think if I'm doing something out there, it's all right-hand work. If I've got to move the backhoe itself, it's all left-hand work. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense to me. You have to let me know what you think. Maybe it's got something to do with being right-handed. Nah, that's just crazy. Anyway, I think I've got this hole just about well enough. The bucket's all stuffed up and it's not doing very well, so I'm pretty much ripping the dirt out instead of scooping it out. I had that problem with my 6-inch bucket from being expanded. I thought a 6 would be great, but this kind of dirt here doesn't work too well. It's kind of like clay. It still doesn't look like very much of a hole on camera. Let's see if I can fix that. Back this up. I'll take a step in. Hi, Miley. Oh boy. So, about to my belly button, I'd say it's deep enough. And then all around, I've raised the edges, except for right there. I usually use that spot to drive the tractor in with the forks or the grapple and dump a lot of things in. So that's my additional fire barrier all around here.